let's look at the converse of Pythagoras' theorem. Converse is a word that means opposite. So this is going backwards. Instead of using Pythagoras' theorem to find out the length of a side, we've got all the lengths of the sides here. We know that it's 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and 8 centimeters. We want to go backwards to figure out if it is right angled. So, what we can do is we can check that one side squared plus the other side squared equals a third side squared. If that is true, then the triangle is right angled. First, let's figure out which is going to be our C. Our C is the hypotenuse, which is the largest side. What do you think the hypotenuse will be in this triangle? 6, 7, or 8? It is 8! Of course it is! 8 is the hypotenuse. It is the longest side. So we know that. It's nice to circle it or write it down so then you know that is going to be the hypotenuse. Now, let's check. For it to hold, this squared plus this squared equals that squared, if it is right angled. So let's check the first part. 6 squared plus 7 squared. Well, 6 squared is 36, and 7 squared is 49. So, we want to check this, and the answer is 85. Beautiful, okay. So the left-hand side is 85. Let's check the right-hand side, which is c squared, and see if they match up. Our c is 8, so 8 squared is, well, 64. Now, do these match up? No, of course they don't. 85 is different to 64. So, do we have a right-angled triangle? No! If it was a right-angled triangle, we'd have Pythagoras' theorem holding. So 6 squared plus 7 squared is not 8 squared, so the triangle is not right-angled. Case proven. Alright, let's do another one. Is a triangle with sides 13, 5, and 12 centimeters right-angled? Haha, I've tried to make it tricky for you. Which one is the hypotenuse? I guess it wasn't that tricky. The hypotenuse is 13 centimeters because it is the longest side. So we want to check if 5 squared plus 12 squared equals 13 squared. Well, 5 squared plus 12 squared. Just before I go ahead, can you figure out what 5 squared plus 12 squared is? 5 squared is 25. 12 squared is 144. 25 plus 144 is 169. On the other side, we've got 13 squared. 13 squared is, what a coinky-dink, it is 169. These are the same. So, what can we conclude? We can conclude that the triangle is right-angled. Yay! Let's do one more. Let's do a tricky one. This one is particularly nasty because there's a diagram here. It might be to scale, it might not. If you're given a diagram, just assume it's not to scale. Yeah, so maybe this is a right angle, maybe not, but we don't know. We don't know. If it had a little square here, then we would know.